Okay, I wanted to tell you about Crassula hemisphaerica, which is a plant that's very unusual in cultivation and certainly very unusual to find for sale as a house plant in a garden centre in Nottingham, which is indeed where I found this. And this is Crassula hemisphaerica. And I've sort of tried to close in on the flower there. It's a tiny white flower. And Crassula hemisphaerica belongs to Crassula group 4 in the campanulate flowers. That means they're like a bell. And as with all crassulas, the flower has 5 petals and a number of stamens, maybe up to a dozen. And also in this group of crassulas are some common ones in cultivation, like Crassula sarcocaulus, which is a widely available plant grown as an alpine or a bonsai, but you wouldn't grow this as an alpine or a bonsai because it couldn't possibly stand the cold. It comes from very warm places in South Africa. And this is the largest section in Crassula. The petals are usually erect, curved outwards at the tip with a small mucro behind. A mucro is an extension to the petal. And this one has very succulent leaves. And the succulent leaves are held together like a ball, as you can see here, hopefully. There's the structure of the plant. It's sort of like a ball of leaves, almost like a hemisphere or even a sphere if you were to look at it very closely. This one's more like a sphere, I would say. Anyway, crassulas generally don't need a lot of water. I water this. I've watered this about 2 or 3 times since I bought it, which is a couple of months ago. And it's bulked out, the body of the plant has grown, and these flowers have developed and extended really nicely. I'm going to take the focus back a bit and hopefully you'll get even better view of that flower, which I have to say is absolutely minute. It's probably less than half a centimetre across. And it's just starting into flower now. You can probably see another number of buds there that are starting to open. But I wanted to post this while I had the opportunity this evening, and while the light was just right for it. Anyway, that's Crassula hemisphaerica, and it's a beautiful plant. I'm very grateful to have got it, and it's one plant I've wanted for a long time. And, you know, I'm not somebody who's really keen on extremely large or exciting flowers. Small flowers are quite acceptable as well. Anyway, that's the plant. I wanted to show you the book that I bought on crassulas a couple of years ago. And it's an old book. You can see the dust jacket is torn and looking a bit raggedy. And down at the bottom it is too, but under the dust jacket it's in really good condition. And this book was originally from Kent Education Committee County Library. And there's not a date on it, but this book was published in, if I can find it, this book was published in 1964. And there were no further editions. So there's just one edition, so this book is quite rare, I would say. But just to show you a couple of things in the book, there are some nice line drawings there of different species. They're not going to help you much in identification, I think, because a lot of these crassulas look alike. But here we've got a picture of Crassula hemisphaerica, just there. And you can tell it's that plant. My plant looks almost identical to this, even with the white flowers starting to come out. Obviously in this picture here, a lot more flowers have developed and come out. So that's Crassula. There are a large number of species in South Africa, and I would recommend you get some of these. If you see this one, do buy it and try and keep it alive. Crassula hemisphaerica is known for being monocarpic. Now, monocarpic means that it flowers once, then it dies. I really hope that I'll be able to keep this plant alive by taking the dead flower stalk off before the flowers have set seed. And that may encourage the plant to vegetatively reproduce by sending out offsets from the base of the plant. I'm sure it has a good chance of working because I've read some blogs and notes about this plant which do suggest it can survive after flowering. I dare say it depends how well it's looked after, how well it's cared for. Obviously what you don't want to do is overwater it or let it get too cold. If this plant gets cold over winter, it's almost certainly going to turn up its toes, and you don't want that at all. So that's Crassula hemisphaerica. If you've got this plant, I'd be very interested to hear from you because I don't think many people have it, not many collectors of cacti and succulents. But it'd be nice to share experiences of growing it. So if you'd like to comment on this video or comment on this plant or on the book even, I'd be very grateful if you would do that. And you're very welcome to make comments, and also if you would be so kind as to like and subscribe to this channel, I'd be grateful too. So that's all from Crassula and Crassula hemisphaerica. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.